Welcome to WDD's HotSpot. I'm Mike Luciano, Associate Editor, and in this week's episode we have Making Perfect Spheres Out of Hedges in Seconds, Wearable System Combats Dehydration, and ExoMars Orbiter Completes Tricky Maneuver. Maintaining a garden or plant nursery is no easy task, and it comes with several tedious jobs and chores which have to be completed on a daily or weekly basis. This brings up the notion that there are several jobs involving labor and repetition that most people don't want. However, in this case, there is a machine invented to do the work instead. Made by the Italian company Orlandi, hedge cutting machines like the Rap 10 to the Buxus trimming machine trim your bushes and other decorative hedgings into perfect spheres during a process that takes just seconds to complete. For most people, having a few hedges on your front lawn is doable to maintain with your conventional gardening tools once every 7 days or a couple of weeks. But for people who do this for a living and grow these plants by the thousands, manual labor won't necessarily be enough. Both the Rap 10 and the Buxus have combustion engines, and all trimmers come with adjustable frames, meaning you can set the height and other dimensions on your plants to give them the perfect cut. The product prices for either of these machines, however, aren't listed on the Orlandi website, so any potentially interested parties would have to reach out to the company directly for a pricing quote. Nonetheless, this is a device that will surely help shape up how we view and handle gardening as both a job and hobby.
A professor at Northwestern University designed a wearable microfluidic sweat analytics system that tracks sweat and sweat biomarkers in real time. Originally developed in 2016, this soft and flexible device monitors sweat rates, electrolyte loss, and chloride loss, as well as glucose, lactate, and pH levels in sweat. Newer platforms also quantify concentrations of heavy metals such as lead, arsenic, and creatinine levels, the latter of which relates to kidney health. The latest devices can also measure these chemistries continuously in real time, allowing wearers to monitor how their sweat chemistry changes throughout an exercise regimen and throughout the day. Another feature of these unique wearables is their ability to measure sweat during aquatic sports, even when fully underwater. New adhesive materials and designs maintain watertight seals to the skin to capture and analyze sweat while preventing surrounding water from entering the device's microscopic channels. Geared toward athletes, military personnel, and fitness pros, the wearable sweat monitors are gearing up for a widespread distribution with partnerships including Gatorade, the Seattle Mariners, the U.S. Air Force, and the Shirley Ryan Ability Lab.
ESA's ExoMars Trace Gas Orbiter has recently completed quite a tricky maneuver on its way to Mars. It surfed the outer layers of the Martian atmosphere for 11 months. The purpose of this long descent was to gradually lower the unmanned probe's trajectory. The main goal was to place it in orbit at an altitude of about 250 miles. At this distance, the spacecraft can study trace gases on Mars and act as a communications relay between surface rovers and Earth base stations. The ExoMars orbiter arrived at Mars in October 2016, but its orbit wasn't suited for its mission. To fix this, the spacecraft carried out a move called aerobraking. It involves hitting the top layer of the Martian atmosphere to reduce velocity. The deceleration was very slow, equivalent to stopping a car going 31 miles per hour over a distance of 3.7 miles. The braking process took a total of 950 orbits, and now it's finally within range. Over the next several months, its position will be fine-tuned, and then it can begin its primary mission. That's all for this week's episode. Be sure to check in on Facebook and Twitter and catch past episodes at wirelessdesignmag.com. For the WDD channel, I'm Jennifer De La Osa. Thanks for watching.